the black dollar barely flips in the community?
That's what I'm saying.
The black dollar lasts 6 hours
And we
in the
sat
black
there and buy
community.
Jordans, and we
The
sat there.
Jewish dollar flips for 3 weeks in their
I know.
community.
That's
Whose
what I'm
fault is that? Whose fault? I think it's good that people get out the vote regardless. You know, yeah, voting doesn't solve all our problems, but it
True.
also kind of mitigates a lot of our problems too. Reggie Fresh, what were you about to say, sir?
We need to buy a bunch of buses, get everybody there on point, and spend black dollars where they belong at, so we can do our own thing. When you dig in people's pockets, that's changed their mind. Ask a lot of people. Paula Dean, Papa John. That's all. We are so valuable people, and we don't understand. We ain't got no banks to spread the
We got
money and
banks.
give people loans. Now, I'm just
We
saying
got-
a
we
lot.
got-
We got
We got
banks, but
banks.
what I'm saying is, man, when I say
Do we
that we don't
support?
have
Hey,
no,
but so
we don't have
Reggie, Reggie, and I hate to get on you too, brother, because so we do have black banks.
no, but
right?
yeah, listen. My point is,
I mean, like how many of us on the panel actually has a bank account with the black bank? Let's be honest. I don't.
I do.
I've been trying.
Yeah.
You not,
You know,
I
I
can
don't
get
know
you
what the
one.
deal is. I don't know what the deal is with Greenwood.
Yes.
Nah,
yes.
You know, they got like a 4 million person waiting list, you know, so I'm still waiting to get my email from them. You know, what's he?
Yeah.
Hey, holla at me, Killer Mike. Holla at me, man.
So again, that's what that's just bad business. When you got a 4
Oh
million
man.
waiting list, that's bad, and that kind of goes back to the stereotype of black folks ain't got their shit together when it comes to business.
Wow.
Yeah,
That-
I mean,
you know,
It don't mean not to keep doing it with other people who want to do it. It's the 3SW. You mess with the people who wants to do business right. See, that's what our problem is. Just because other blacks don't do right, don't mean we gotta stop and deal with the white people.
no. I'm not saying stop. If you have a backlog of 4 million people, we know that they're all going to put more than $1 into that bank account. That's money that could be generated throughout the community.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if somebody's been on a waiting list for months, what does that tell you?
That shouldn't be in a
They're
damn
not. They're
waiting
not.
list.
They don't have. They can't say they ain't got the capital to expand.
Something ain't right there.
Hey,
I don't know. I saw something the other day where they said they've generated so far like 40 million or something like that. You know, but I'm like, okay, so
How?
what's the problem with opening it up to everybody? You know, I understand exclusivity or whatever, but
yeah.
damn, you know.
Well,
I mean,
well,
go ahead.
And I'm glad you bring up exclusivity, right? It shouldn't be exclusive.
Yeah.
If they're all if you know, and like I said, I'm an equal
Hollywood.
opportunist. I'm an equal
Hollywood.
opportunist, right?
Yes,
I'm
I
an
agree.
equal opportunist. I'm not. Why should we continue to wail on? You know, we ain't got no banks in the community, right? Which we do,
But
then
we
the ones
turn around and
have,
put our money in white banks so they can give white people loans. That don't make sense to me. They ain't gonna get no black people no loans in no bank.
Wait. What? Black people aren't gonna give black people loans?
No, I said,
I mean,
let's
that's what
just take churches for instance. All churches
Yeah.
probably got a bank account. You agree?
Yeah.
They
They
put
probably
that
do.
church money. They put that church money in white banks, which is devil money. So devil money can give it to other devils to run y'all niggas out. That's what I'm talking about.
Whose fault is that?
Again, that's why I'm saying we gotta have brothers like you, Mike.
you know.
I'm no banker, man. I ain't no banker.
Yeah, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken,
man.
though,
Hey, but go ahead,
Whoa,
John.
whoa.
I'm saying,
Nah, John. Go ahead, John.
okay. if I'm not mistaken, though, when the whole Bank Black thing started, and I could have been short with it. It could have been going on for years, but I think in the last maybe 3 to 4 years, Bank Black has really taken a surge.
Yes.
So, I mean, I remember hearing somewhere that, okay, you should, when they were trying to push Black people towards that, they were saying Black banks are more lenient towards Black people. They're more understanding, So, I mean, is that not the fact? I don't. Would you expect that?
So
I mean,
like,
I would. What?
They probably don't have the infrastructure. Probably
Hmm.
that's probably what they're faced with. Like that's why there's probably a backlog of 4 million.
We just spend more money than anybody. That's the point I'm trying to say. And we ain't got no
1.5.
leverage.
I don't think.
So Reggie. So basically, if you're saying we spend more money than everybody, then we have a lot of
Black
money.
men.
So, go ahead, James.
I don't think Black men spend more money than anybody. I think more Black women does.
That's a
I'm not
very
making
sexist
this-
statement.
Hey.
Wait, James. Wait. Hey, y'all. Hey, no, this is getting kind of good. James, how do you quantify that?
Yeah,
buddy. Gotta clear that one up.
Yeah,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
you gonna have
Somebody
to. Hey, man,
quantify it,
hey,
dude.
Derek Jackson, quantify that. Derek Jackson, hey, quantify for me, James. I need to hear this one. I'm listening.
I'm not saying nothing bad about it, but I'm saying mostly out of the who's more. I mean, outnumber the population and everything else. Most is women and everything else. I'm saying that they probably spend more of the amount of money into the economy. It's mostly women spending most money in the economy anyway. So I'm just going by that principle.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
saying
can rock
like
with that.
I'm not saying like that. I'm assuming they're going to be the majority ones going to be shopping and everything else, going to buying any type of things. They're the ones spending more money. We kind of the Black man is kind of like we'll spend more, but we got to spend more on like practical stuff. They'll spend something like extra crazy, go extravagant.
Whoa. Hey, I was on university. I saw a dude in the Caprice Classic on some Forgiatos, man. Come on now. Them things is like
I say
5,000.
that
I know that's like
I
one
didn't say
example, but man, you can't.
I seen it. I work in
You can't just
retail.
put this all on sisters.
I'm not putting it all on sisters. I mean,
So, because like we all spend money on foolishness.
Capri and everything else. I mean, I'm sure, like I said, oh, that's a nice box Capri. I'm gonna get me one. I'm not gonna. I'm good with my own stuff. But if I see, a sister might go and see like, oh, she got a banging purse, but I'm gonna go and copy that. But I'm not saying like all that stuff, like all of that. I'm just saying like they'll go and buy more. They out more in the shopping malls than any of it. All women in general.
I'm gonna go. I ain't gonna. Yeah, okay. Well, let's just say that's true, right? Let's say that's true. So we know, like from Reggie Fresh said, we have all this spending power, right? I know from what John said, we don't have the infrastructure to support the 4 million people who are on the waiting list, right? So, and I know Reggie Fresh said something earlier about, what did you say about loans? Like we can't get loans. What did you say?
Nah, say we couldn't get loans. I'm saying when a Black man step in a white bank, y'all know the deal. You gotta have good credit. I ain't talking for everybody, but 9 times out of 10, they not giving you no loan.
You know what? I'm pretty sure that they're denying Black people at that Black bank loans, especially if they got like a pipe dream business venture they want to. I mean, you're not just gonna go to Greenwood and be like, shoot, I'm trying to start me a record label, my G. I need 50,000. I'm trying to be the new Master P, my G. Oh, Mr. Jackson, we got you, buddy. Just sign right here. Here's $50,000. Nah, you're gonna have to have some kind of established history, But but I guess you can say they could be more lenient. But if you screw them over,
that ain't the point I'm saying. The point I'm saying is money should be coming back to us anyway. That's my point. Because it always got to be just like any other bank. But why us? Why can't it be our bank?
So did you know that the black dollar barely flips in the community?
That's what I'm saying.
The black dollar lasts 6 hours.
And we
in
sat
the black
there
community.
and buy Jordans And we
The
said
Jewish dollar flips for 3 weeks in their
I know.
community.
That's
Whose
what I'm
fault is that? Whose fault?
uneducated.
I mean, it's a rhetorical question. It's our fault.
But you know
You know-
what though? We can't just say it's our fault all the time because it's we've been handicapped for years, bro. You can't. We not gonna never recover.
All right. So Reggie, we have something called Google. We have the internet. At what point do we say, you know what, man? You know, there instead of me searching for what's going on with Derrick Jackson, let me go ahead and Google some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because like, and the thing is, you can't like, if you say that, you mean to tell me that black people can't think for themselves?
They can think for themselves, but that's what I'm saying. Google ain't always good. Don't be no math teacher, and I give you a daggone problem to solve, and you Google it. That ain't what I want. I want to know how you got the answer.
Yeah, I mean, depends on what
That's
kind
what
of
I'm
test you're
saying.
taking. But at the end of the day, like when does personal responsibility come down to it? You know, I mean, like, yeah, we don't
Three
all squander money.
SWs, Mike. Some will, some won't. So what? I'm talking about the people who want to, not the people who don't. Forget them. Let's talk about who want to do it.
So
That's what
okay,
I'm talking about.
so the thing is, so Reggie, check this out. If you got a DJ business, right? Why should I invest more in your DJ business than you do? And it ain't got to be monetary. It can be like just time. At some point, you
Yeah.
yourself have to want to invest in yourself.
Right. But I'm
That's where
saying,
it begins.
even if you don't do it, next, I ain't worried about it. If you don't want to do it, I go to the person who do want to do it. That's my point.
Yeah. But
See?
I mean that's not really, going to help us out because like you can't solve extreme problems with moderate solutions.
Okay, check it out. All right, I'm trying to explain it to you how it's kind of, look, we ain't wrong. Ain't nobody wrong in this situation.
I got
what
you,
I'm
brother.
saying is, if John keep his yard clean, you keep
Yeah.
your yard clean, I keep
Yeah.
my yard clean. Eventually, James gonna get out there and pick his paper up. That's what I'm saying.
No, wow.
I
You gotta,
I
say
don't
that
think
one.
I don't believe that because I lived in enough inner cities to where you got Negroes who will walk down the street. They won't even pick up the piece of paper that's on the street to help keep their community clean.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean that's just the fact of the matter,
one of the
man.
brothers that won't do it. But it'd be another brother behind him that'll pick it up.
But it's so many Pookies and Ray Rays out here.
But we can't worry about all the Pookies and Ray Ray. We gonna worry about the other ones, the Johns and the Jays and the Mikes. See, that's what I'm talking.
I agree with that. But like when the Johns and the Jays and the Mikes and the James and the Reggies are outnumbered by the Pookies and Ray Rays, it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. But I mean, I understand what you're saying, though.
Reach one, touch one. If we have one person,
I was just getting ready to say that. With the whole, not to go back to Derrick Jackson, but I mean,
get him.
Imagine if he would have catered what he was doing more towards enlightening those brothers who've gone astray.
No money in that. That's what it is.
Exactly. And then I go back to where you said, the pastor and the lady in the church thing. He knew what he was doing. So, but I agree 100%, Fresh.
Yeah.
If we all, but if we reach back, every time we reach back to pull somebody up, everybody we pull up is not gonna everybody we pull up is not gonna continue to change.
That's right.
So then if we start doing selective pull-ups, then we continue to perpetuate the upper crust.
Yeah, they're gonna be
It's called the talented 10th. That's
yes.
The talented 10th, which W.B. Du Bois kind of preached that. He felt that if 10% of the population can go get educated in the sciences and the arts, they could help the other 90%. They will pull them up. Booker T. Washington felt, no, everybody can be pulled up, right? And that was the whole versus battle between them two. And years later, W.B. Du Bois, he saw that his talented 10th just did not work because black folks, they did not go and pull up the rest of the the
Yes.
population.
Yes.
Yeah, but you got a lot of people that are mental, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
mentally
said that I
unstable.
meant
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Mental.
He said
Okay.
mentally unstable, or
Oh,
Yeah.
did-
I mean, like,
There ain't nothing you can do about that.
he right.
I mean,
Reggie's
'cause
right,
listen,
man.
There
Yeah.
was a guy who painted, and he was homeless, but he made a
Mhm.
lot of money painting. And people
Yep.
would say, "Well, why don't you get in your mansion and lay in a bed?" He said, "Because if I did that, I wouldn't be able to paint. Because this is what I love to do. Mental. If
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying."
So basically, you're
Okay.
saying is people need to get up off their asses and do for themselves.
Oh,
Pretty much.
Yeah, and like that, and that's what that's why I kind of give James credit. That's what he says. As a conservative, but um, I
more of a
we
libertarian.
we say it too. Like, I'm saying, James. I mean, I know you're a Trump supporter, and that's what y'all.
We gotta bring this.
you got, hey, look, James. Look.
Hey,
I'm just
enjoy
telling
them high
you. I'm just
prices
telling them what.
economics, okay?
Look.
Gas prices.
Okay, what happened?
I said, enjoy them high gas prices.
I'd rather pay high gas, because I got to pay high gas in the Cadillac anyway, so it don't matter, than some white dude that don't like me.
Yeah.
I understand.
But yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, like, I know James is a whatever, right? But the values that like conservatives try to say that they push, they're not too far from what we like. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at Farrakhan, right? You look at Farrakhan, you look at Jesse Jackson, right? Those brothers are conservative when you put away some of the ideas that they have. But so the notion that only conservatives feel that people need to, pick themselves up or do for themselves is just nonsense. And a lot of times black conservatives try to tell, us more progressives that we like free shit. But I mean, which is not the case.
That's everybody.
Man, look, check this out, right? You got all these people who was talking about government spending, $1,400 checks, right? I told one dude, why don't you go ahead and give your $1,400 back to the U.S. Treasury? He was like, what are you talking about? I was like, well, everybody that you voted for didn't approve of the $1,400 stimulus package.
Exactly.
And of course, he was kind of flabbergasted, but it is what it is. But Fresh, I mean, you make some really good points, man. You can't. Everybody's not going to be receptive to the kind of knowledge that you're speaking to them.
But you do too as well, brother.
Yeah. So, final thoughts on the whole, just politics in general.
Right.
Reggie, what are your thoughts on what's going on with this whole voting rights bill?
Hey man, I just like I say, I think it's a bunch of garbage, man. But we're gonna overcome it.
Yeah.
And first of all, I mean, next I want to say everybody on this panel are some intelligent young men, and that's great to be working with, bro. Because I'm telling you, it's hard to find brothers who agree and disagree
Without being
and that's
violent
what
and
it's about.
disagreeable.
Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, everybody on here, I got your back. Trust me.
Yes.
No doubt.
John, what's your final thoughts?
I mean, I've already put out there that as long as this system continues to function at the rate that it is and the way that it does, we're not going to benefit. I mean, and it's not, it goes back to the saying, those in power are not going to give you the means to take their power. So it's sad, and I just hope that, the Georgians and whoever else that's affected by these ass backwards decisions that these politicians are making. When it comes to voting, we know what they're trying to do. So you know what you do? You pack your bag lunch.
Yep.
You get you a little fold-out chair. You get ready for the long fight. And that's what it is. They want to put stipulations. They think they can break us down. But I mean, if you can't see after 400 years of what we've been through already, that we're not going anywhere, and it's going to eventually revert back to what it truly should be. I mean, it's
You're right. You're right.
uh,
I mean,
it's
just
crazy.
going back to the bus boycott. What did we do? Montgomery bus boycott. They
Oh
couldn't
yeah,
ride the buses anymore. They started carpooling.
yes,
You know, get
yes.
your soul to the pole. Jay, final thoughts, sir.
I just hope it all play out for the good. I don't want to see that happen. So people just got to go out and vote and just wish for the best, or wish for the best, but prepare for the worst. It's
Mm,
one of those things.
Gotcha.
Like that's the day and time we live in. We gotta
mm.
wish for the best and prepare for the worst. Definitely, and
Yep.
I just hope it get better. Definitely, because they worrying about stopping people from coming to give people water or food while they at the poll, and we still got COVID going on.
Man,
Yeah. You're right.
man.
They worrying about the wrong thing.
Yep. James.
I agree with everybody says. Make sure you go register to vote and everything. Register to vote, got all your identifications. And like I said, I don't have any clarification on the Georgia. I just say vote. Oh God, I'm trying not to cuss. Look, check your politician.
Curse.
Okay, check your fucking politician out and everything else, and see. It don't matter if he blue or red, because remember they all got there's a money trail right behind it. Is being a dick about it. So it's always the money.
Yep.
So you got to go find that little who's a sponsor.
Yep,
Yep.
for sure.
Malcolm X once said that he who controls the money controls the ideology.
Mm.
So there you have it, folks. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, and we out. Yep.